Maestro, Echo, Valkyrie, something along those lines, maybe. And oh, it'll be a left turn into Cade. All right, cool. So something different. That's the only variation we're getting in this band phase from the bog standard band phase.
Some teams like to clear Cafe from the bottom up, but right now, Black Dragons very much invested in going top down.
It looks like they're just going to vault in. The C4 misses, and so will the Buck. Pino not missing with the knife, but Wag is able to get the refrag. It's a constant back and forth here, but Ninjas in Pyjamas coming out on top. Lagonis now the last attacker, and he's just going to repel in haphazardly and die. Nint will take round number 1.
That round was over in exactly 1 minute, so I don't know if you could really call it the 20-second meta. Maybe
an enemy or an attacking team based on a rush strat, because, I mean, either the enemy team, the defenders are not ready, or you lose.
Yeah. I mean, we saw FaZe do that a very similar rush strategy using an Amaru, and well, Secret had done it as well. Hornetow breathing in an awful lot of gas and picks the wrong time to go onto his drone, as one of his teammates is actually credited with the very first kill. It's the Ash of PZD taking out probably the most important operator in the final minute of action, especially when an execute from the attackers begins to unfold. That's Psycho. The Echo is gone. Always reminding people that even though Psycho is dead, his Yokai drones, last spotted by Black Dragons, will continue to hang around for the remainder of the matchup. And they're, of course, visible from everybody, so that's still intel that will be able to get communicated from Nip and also from Psycho, who's going to be on cam duty. A gorgeous shot from Muzi all the way from inside of Kitchen towards the back of White Stairs will find Hugzord. And with the Zofia going, she is the Swiss Army knife of utility, and she is off the board. PZD is second kill, this time on Pino, as it looks like an exothermic charge will go off just to the right of Kamikaze. Down goes Hornetow as Muzi continues to rotate over, and now Shotgun comes in, flattening Lagonis. Immediately a toxic canister gets thrown out for Kamikaze to just sit in the smog and wait, as there is a little bit of cover for him. But he pushes up. He loses the plot. Down he goes to Wog. Defuser has been surrendered as well. Will need to be retrieved by Black Dragons, as it'll be all up to Julio as Muzi gets spotted and finished off too. 2 members of Black Dragons with double kills, one of them looking for their third. PZD and Wog. But there it is, the Ash, who started things off. Well, he'll finish the party. He crashes Julio's party, to be exact, as he's deep inside of the site, and a retake from the Ella will not happen. Black Dragons, after a rush strat, at least on the clock. It's a stack up inside of Piano by Black Dragons, and a C4 from Julio will find Lagonis. The single hard breacher from Black Dragons is now gone, making your job a lot more challenging. Now, don't be fooled. Though Black Dragons is upstairs, the site is reading down below, and it looks like Pino's going to take the engagement against PZD and just simply lose. Odd choice for him. Wog also grabbing Kamikaze will now give Black Dragons a numbers advantage, as they have complete control above, and they can watch as PZD just very narrowly misses out on one member of Black Dragons, or one member of Nip, who crosses down below. Muzi to refrag with Wog there as well, and things are falling apart in a hurry for Nip, as Psycho and Muzi will look to hold on. They've got so much intel and so many marks, with the Jaeger of Muzi knowing that the Jackal is playing just by pillars. It's a cat and mouse game, as the Jaeger is going to be hunted down. He's got the Jackal tracks on him, but if there's anybody that is equipped to be able to deal with this, it'll be the Jackal. Beautiful play by Psycho as he pops out to find the Jackal, but instead gets a free Ash, leaving Hornetow in a 1v2 and a 0v2, with Nip getting the upper hand at the very end, with Muzi popping up and punishing the Buck for being a bit too slow to get in line with the rest of his team.
We're gonna pretend it didn't happen. It'll still count on the scoreboard, but it doesn't really add to our analysis really at all. The take right now we're seeing is pretty standard. Hugzord's gonna get Kamikaze, who had been playing inside of Cigar. He was trying his best to delay the push. Pino will get Hugzord though, so there's a retake, I guess, of Cigar, I would assume. I'm not seeing it happen, but that seems to be what's going on. Meanwhile, the focus for the rest of BD seems to be Pixel Spot. Rightfully so, it's a very powerful position. But Pino is able to get another kill as he gets aggressive on Cigar. He's going for a third. This is very dangerous, but he'll get that third. And Psycho will get one from Red Stairs. The last player, Wag, will finally finish off Pino, but he's got to find 3 more. Peeking into red, looking for the Jaeger, who has fallen back. Psycho not taking the unnecessary risk of lingering on Red Stairs. There's a whole minute for Wag to find 3 players, so it's not impossible, it's just unlikely.
It's the same castle setup that we've seen from Nip before, as Wog is basically out to lunch at this point. There's almost no way that he was going to be able to bring that one back. I know that we saw it from Ion, but these were very different circumstances, especially when all the intel...
Taking gunfights were easier. Nip's thought process here is they're going for the good old-fashioned bakery hold. See if that works out for them. Echo is a very risky operator to be putting in this position. He's managed to get a lot of drones already and quite a lot of utility wasted. Pino, though, supporting him from prep, is going to get one, and there's a second. All he's doing is peeking here, and he's winning fights. A third for Pino. He's just really hitting his shots, and I'm wondering why we're not looking at his perspective. There's 2 more for Pino to find outside this door. We'll see if he manages that. Psycho has yet to find one himself. Oh, here we go.
You think it's safe to say at this point, Michael, that they have very much learned from their mistakes?
Yeah. Nip know they needed to hold on to Bakery or do something to stop a Bakery take, and well, they're doing that now. Now, Pino's individual performance is stopped as he's now finally shut down. There's still Psycho in Bakery. Kamikaze's put into Pino's role, and Psycho gets the final kill. So Nip, yes, they learned from their mistakes. They realized the problem and they fixed it. Floor take here for Black Dragons. They need to clear out upstairs. And we'll see if they're able to make that happen. They'll start off well with a pick on to Pino. That's your Echo, who I believe was playing in Cocktail. Now that you can see his corpse there. But it's still Muzi and Kamikaze in a position to hold on to this top floor.
So you get the opening pick, you sacrifice it to Black Dragons, who, despite the stat line above you, these teams have traded out very well. Whoever gets the first pick. The Jaeger is completely blind inside a bathroom, but Lagonis hesitates to do much. He doesn't know who's in there, and this is just intel that is being deprived from Black Dragons. Because if there's a smoke playing in there, you're not going to want to try to pressure on in. It was Muzi, though, so Lagonis heads in, still unable to find that frag that he needs. He's going to allow Hugzord and Wog more direct access to the site as they are down below, and Hugzord will start things off the way he needs to, but he doesn't understand that there's somebody playing up inside of New Hatch. And you can very much tell that the comms must be a mess for Black Dragons because Hugzord expects somebody up in heaven, not New Hatch. So he finds himself in a rough spot, and he's all but dead. The ability to withstand is deceptive because you think that there might have been somebody else in position to help out Hugzord, but no, he could have willed himself back together, as Zofia, the strong Polish woman, knows how to do it.
Trying to get that kill, but it's actually not being presented. Psycho working his way up White Stairs, but he's waiting before Muzi to link up with him so that they are sure they can have enough push power when it comes to the site. The main thing here is that primary defense is on the top floor, and Nip is focusing on the actual site itself, which is the middle floor. Psycho gets one on the entry. PCD responds with a C4, so he finally did get his C4 kill that he wanted onto the buck of Pino. Took him a long time, but hey, better late than never. And that was all hinging on Pino.
Is Psycho in sight here as the UMP actually managed to outduel the R4C? Muzi losing that one to PZD. It looks like Psycho is just sitting in the middle of the site. Kamikaze is not too far off, but he's going to have to be very wary of how he enters into reading. There's a minute left, and Psycho can just do the coverage that it will be needed to protect that plant of Kamikaze. He was holding on to the diffuser, but he'll need to go for a plant in the corner. He takes out Wog, so there's nobody that's going to be able to pressure from inside of Laundry. A bit of apprehensiveness, but there we go. Kamikaze getting that diffuser down. Julio watching pillars, Psycho watching White Stairs. That's what you need. Julio taken out of action, so Nip will trail, but they get the diffuser down, and anybody who walks into the line of sight of the Zofia is as good as dead. 2 kills for Kamikaze, but he gets traded off, and a pinch is about to come in from Psycho. He's going to have too much to look at, and he has poor target prioritization. A great round from PZD, and both he as well as Hugzord play that one perfectly as they collapse and pinch the remaining members of Nip in what was a very scary situation for Black Dragons and very easily could have been match point for Nip. This will be a major challenge for Nip, and you mentioned that this has been very aggressive. It's just been them literally just going on in and immediately taking fights and kind of setting a very fast tempo for a map like Cafe. Nip might at some point realize that we just need to jump in, and well, Pino gets caught out on a beautiful read from Hornetow. It looked like one of the Yokais was giving him that call on the window, as you can usually see those rappel lines.
Parker, I'm sorry, did you say aggressive? No, it couldn't be. Plays like that Hornetow play right there, that's not aggression, that's game sense. Julio takes down Wag. Hugzord responds with a second shotgun blast onto Julio. The top of Red Stairs is not in control for the attack, and the Yokai drone giving full information on Kamikaze means that it's likely Hugzord's going to win this fight. Yes, he does. Kamikaze eliminated. That's the third for Hugzord, who has just been trouncing around Cigar, surviving, and in fact thriving, getting multiple kills one after another, as Nip attempts to 1v1 him one after another. There's the last 1v1, but it might be someone else who gets the kill. I'm not sure. Nope. 4K for Hugzord, and BD take another defense.
And of course, that entire round just overlooking the fact that
to insert himself into the building. Light drone work being done by Ninjas in Pyjamas. There is a roamer on the top floor. That's the Jaeger of Hornetow. He will be spotted at the top of White Stairs. And he will win the fight against Psycho. That's really impressive. Hornetow ate a lot of damage there, but he still won it, and that's what's most important. So, Psycho, your Zofia, gone. The rotation cutoff non-existent. There's 4 people in Garage. What is happening? Kamikaze gets 1 and a second. Can barely see that because the kill feed's getting delayed. And a third with his pistol. That's a 4th now down with his pistol. I got an idea, everyone. Let's peek Kamikaze. It doesn't work. Lagonis now the last defender. He's got to find 4. He's getting aggressive in the main bar. He'll find 1 and the second. Beautiful shots here. It's working for Lagonis where it didn't work for the rest of his team, but site control now for Ninjas in Pyjamas. He'll get tagged up from the site, and he knows he's got to deal with that, but he wants to retake over by White Garage. I'm not sure if this is going to work for him, but he's got the rotation. Probably going to be red. These are planted now, and yeah, it has been red. Stun's going out to delay. The pre-fire's in, but there's Lagonis with the lineup. He gets his 3rd, nearly the 4th, but he gets stopped by the shield. Pino on full HP versus Lagonis on 25. So advantage for sure to Pino, but Lagonis is hitting his headshots, so it might not matter. It's a very tense 1v1. The vault must have been heard. And Pino challenges the win. There it is. Nip will get the round, but just barely.
So close. It's one of those things where it's like if you can't stand
across regions, the last 5 matches. So if this match ends before BD manages to bring it to a draw, then that record will have been stopped. Bog's gonna get the lead-off kill here for BD, so they're gonna start things off right. A second kill there, this time for PZD as he runs out from Bakery.
Well, given the fact that it took us almost 35 to 40 minutes to get into our very first matchup, it's actually quite remarkable that it's 8:20 here on the East Coast right now. We are really only 20 minutes behind what should be the next matchup starting, which really isn't that bad. Another kill from Black Dragons will come out though, and they are looking to try and prolong this as long as possible, obviously fighting for that single point as there are the death throes of Ninjas in Pyjamas with Julio out, peeking around the corner, and he is just not quick enough. Commanding performance from Black Dragons once again, just working the top of Red Stairs, which ends up he's excellent for being able to get that map control. You know, there are few operators that can just be as unrelenting as he is. Just a constant push forward as you feel the pressure come out. And oh my goodness, down goes the echo as you see Lagonis a little too preoccupied with his toys. He's finished off, but he'd get picked right back up. Julio and Pino are there. Lagonis finished off, unable to control the SMG-11. This looks like Nip is going to finally be able to drive the dagger into the heart of Black Dragons despite the staying power of this defensive team. Time really not working in their favor, though, and they'll need to find both Hornetow and PZD. Mark's coming in. Julio wins that gunfight. It's all going to come down to the Mozzie. He can't do it. The Buck does it better. And Nip, in the final moments, with Pino there on a tiny bit of HP, he'll slam the door on Black Dragons, being able to come back any more than they have. Ninjas in Pyjamas, well, Black Dragons make them work for it, but ultimately, we don't need every single round. 7-4 in favor of Nip.
Oh, it's a sad day, I suppose, that has broken the record of every round being used. It was 5 matches in a row for Pro League, and now, well, BD just couldn't bring it all the way to the draw. Such a crying shame for...